against Francesco Patera.
He's never been stopped before, so that's going to be the first statement. I'm going to stop him. And after this fight, the fans going to be calling for me to be a world champion after this fight.
Speaking of fans, let's show you what's happening right now back in your hometown of Portsmouth, Virginia, as you see everybody starting to gather for a watch party there. The hometown area, fight fans long ago rode the wave of passion there for the career of the all-time great Pernell Whitaker. Now it's this dynamic 24-year-old who has the look of a can't-miss future world champion. Keyshawn wants to give you, the fans, unprecedented access, so you've agreed to wear the earpiece to make your ring walk so that we can talk to you. Be on your way here as Bo Mack, his trainer, and the team get going here. This will be our co-feature, Keyshawn Davis, ready for action, and we will have access during the ring walk as he is zipped all the way up. Hey, how you feeling in there, Keyshawn?
Man, I feel ready, man. I like this mask right here, man. Don't get nobody tell when I'm on. I like this mask right here.
Now, why are you going with this look? What inspired you to go with this?
Man, it was a different look, man. I feel like a lot of people don't do stuff like this. I like to be different, so that's what they got.
As you make your way through the maze backstage of the locker room and you'll get out there to the fans, what's the first thing that typically goes through your mind as you make the ring walk?
Man, I want to put a show for my fans, man. Everybody back at home, everybody watching on ESPN. I love putting on great performances, and this is my time to shine.
When you're sitting there undefeated, you're an Olympic medalist, they're already heaping praise on you as a future world champion. How much pressure do you feel in these moments to deliver on all the expectations?
No pressure. I'm living in my moment. This is what I was born to do. I was born to go to the Olympics. I was born on these big stages. All I do is capture the moment, put on great performances like I've been doing. It's going to start today. I'm going to be called a world champion after the day.
This is the undefeated Keyshawn Davis, who has given us unprecedented access during his ring walk. He's ready to go in moments against Francesco Patera. And now, as you see the arena here, as you approach the ring, where do your eyes go? To your opponent? To your own focus of yourself? Where do your eyes go right now, Keyshawn? We'll let him take it home here. Keyshawn Davis making his ring walk. So Keyshawn Davis is ready for action. From Shawnee, Oklahoma, it is Top Rank Boxing on ESPN, presented by AutoZone. And for the official introductions, here's Mark Chinook.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shawnee, Oklahoma. This is boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter, Mr. Bob Arum, brought to you this evening by AutoZone. Get in the zone. This bout scheduled for 10 rounds for the US WBC and WBO Intercontinental Lightweight titles. Our judges at ringside, Mike Bauer, Joseph Mason, and David Sutherland. And the man in charge at the sound of the bell, Mr. Mark Nelson. Introducing first, out of the blue corner, presented in association by OPI since '82. He weighed in at 134 pounds, wearing black trunks with gold trim. His record, 28 victories, 3 defeats, 10 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is making his United States debut. He is the former European lightweight champion from Genk, Belgium, Francesco Patera. Introducing out of the red corner, he weighed in at 134.3 pounds, wearing white trunks with red and black trim. His record, perfect. 8 fights, 8 victories. 6 of those victories coming by way of knockout. He is a U.S. Olympic silver medalist. He's the reigning U.S. WBC, WBO Intercontinental Champion, repping the 7 cities and his hometown of Norfolk, Virginia, the businessman, Keyshawn Davis!
Side with Tim Bradley. Here we go, Tim. Keyshawn Davis trying to get himself to 9-0 and make another
Gentlemen,
statement.
you both had your instructions, so you know what I expect. A clean championship fight. Obey my commands and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck to both of you.
I can't wait for Keyshawn Davis to come out. He told us in the fighter meeting yesterday exactly what he's going to do. He said he was going to come out and put the heat on Patera right away, right from the opening bell. Let's see if he stays true to that.
What's the opposite in Francesco Patera?
Patera's a boxer, savvy boxer, fights off his back foot. You know, sneaky. If you allow him to gain confidence, if you allow him to start getting in his rhythm and finding his mark, he can become somewhat of a sore thumb in there. He has a lot of experience against top opposition. In tests, in the fighter meetings, in the fighter meeting we had yesterday, he had a lot of confidence going into this fight.
Well, he's got a lot of experience, to your point. 7 times he has gone the 12-round distance. This 10-round co-feature before we get to the return of George Kambosos. He's going up against the veteran from England, Maxie Hughes, in an IBF title eliminator. Davis, the 2021 Olympic silver medalist. Davis has been fast-tracked and has been so impressive. He came out with the statement last time. He said, listen, I don't want any more development kind of fights. Sitting here at 24 years old. You know, it's Timmy, we think of him a certain way because obviously he stayed in the amateurs to get to the Olympics and win the silver medal in 21. And he's 8-0. He's the same age as Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Keyshawn.
Yeah, I understand that. And Devin Haney has accomplished a lot, but Devin Haney, he started his career off,
right,
you know, when he was 16 years old, fighting in Mexico. Exactly. So he has a ton of experience, and he's kind of built his resume up. Whereas Keyshawn Davis, what's the rush for? Honestly, take your time. You know, build your market, build your fan base, because when you get to that title shot and you become a world champion, you want to be selling out arenas.
Double jab, straight right hand, was able to split the guard against Patera.
Yeah, you can see the speed already. Starting to take control of this fight. Patera already is just basically right now trying to find an opportunity to land a shot. Keyshawn is putting a lot of pressure on him, which is physical pressure and also mental pressure, and hitting him upside his head at the same time. So Patera's dealing with a whole lot right now. And Keyshawn is staying relaxed, poised, under control, and just picking his spots wisely. Good combination right there from Patera. Nothing landed at all, but I'm pretty sure it put some sort of impression on the judges' faces.
End of round 1 of our co-feature. Keyshawn Davis, Francesco Patera, a night of lightweights. And Timmy, what is now a significant lightweight fight will be coming up in our main event as George Kambosos goes up against Maxie Hughes. And an opportunity for the former undisputed champ to get right back in the mix and fight for a title.
Yeah, but, you know, Kambosos has to rewrite that narrative that's been pinned on him, saying that he's not a quality fighter. Saying that he can't fight at the elite level. See, tonight, he's going to have to show that tonight against Maxie Hughes. Maxie Hughes is a slick boxer, you know, coming over from Europe. can fight on the inside, can fight on the outside, boxes extremely well from the outside, uses straight punches to the jab. Now, if Kambosos can't figure this guy out, then he's not going to be able to contend in this division.
Let's check in with Mark Kriegel. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, fellas. My question is, who's the real George Kambosos? Was it the guy who upset Teofimo Lopez at Madison Square Garden, or was it the guy who struggled to win at home in Australia 2 fights against Devin Haney? He wants Lomachenko, but he's going to have to get through a crafty Maxie Hughes tonight. Will we see him be a champion again, or will he be fodder for young lions such as this Keyshawn Davis?
And that's who's in the ring right now, round number 2 against Patera.
Patera now has changed his game plan. Now he's coming after Keyshawn. First round, he was fighting off his back foot. Now he's deciding to put a little bit more offense up, maybe step on the tempo, but what that's going to do is that's going to open him up. Keyshawn is a counterpuncher, a natural counterpuncher. He can fight off his front foot. He can fight off his back foot. He can do a little bit of everything.
There's a 2-division world champion, Shakur Stevenson, who just entered the building as he's walking past our set and making his way ringside, talking about stars in the lightweight division. Shakur Stevenson could greatly benefit from the news we're hearing about Devin Haney. We will talk to Shakur a little later on.
Keyshawn's the type of fighter to take his time. He's not going to rush things. I know what he told us in the fighter meeting. He came out aggressive, but he didn't land too much offense being aggressive. He's in there with a savvy veteran in Patera, but he takes his time. And once he starts finding this mark and he starts to break down Patera little by little, you'll see more and more offense coming from him.
Placing that right hand to the body. He's targeting that body for a moment is Davis.
See, but Patera, he needs to get on his jab. The space between the two, there's nothing being occupied. If he uses his jab, now he gives Keyshawn something to worry about. Good body shot right there on the exit.
Keyshawn backed up. Patera came with the right hand.
See, but that's cutting off the ring, believe it or not. You're punching where your opponent is going. That's a part of cutting off the ring. You can corral your opponent by stepping in front of him and put him in against the ropes, or you can punch where he's going.
See how calm Davis is defensively in that last exchange. Utilizing the jab himself.
Well, that's the reason why he feels that he's ready for 12 rounds, is so he remains so calm in there. He can turn it up when he wants to. Right now, he's playing mind games. That's what he's doing. He's playing mind games with Patera. Patera's coming forward now, trying to get aggressive and trying to just change the tempo, put the heat on the young man.
Step back, you guys.
But Davis doing a good job right there, showing that he's tactically savvy and tying up Patera and not allowing him to work.
End of 2.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Hi, my check engine light's on. Let's see what our free fix finder service says. And if you need help, we can refer you to a shop. That's an easy fix.
We love our house. The outdoor space is great, but we do have invasive weeds.
I think they got in the house.
I think you're right.
And of course, one, this particular rose bush.
Stay away from my family! Why are you so strong? At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. We save so much.
You want me to get the spray stuff?
Get the spray stuff.
He's up here!
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is presented by AutoZone. Get in the zone. And in part by Geico. See how easy it is to bundle all your insurance needs. Shawnee, Oklahoma. Home to tonight's lightweight action. Our co-feature right now, Keyshawn Davis and Francesco Patera. And then, of course, our lightweight title eliminator. A huge opportunity for Maxie Hughes and George Kambosos to end up in the top 2 in the IBF. Davis with a 20-10 connect advantage as we begin round number 3.
Davis using the first down of defense, Tess. He's just using his legs, getting out of range, letting Patera fall short with his shots, and just looking for some openings.
Bernardo Osuna, of course, our ace ringside reporter. What are they saying in the corner of Patera?
I just spoke with his brother Biagio, and he told me, look, I want my brother to keep boxing. I want him to make sure that his opponent is not able to just get one shot off, because that's what he's looking for. So if we keep pressuring him and bring up the pace of the fight, that's going to work in our favor.
Like what we just saw moments ago, even though nothing was landed, just tripling up the jab can be somewhat effective for him.
Yeah, it definitely can. I mean, it gives him a sense of confidence. At the same time, he's letting his hands go, and you see your opponent not letting his hands go. But I gotta say, Keyshawn is just being calculated tonight. Not sure if he's having a hard time finding the rhythm of Patera, but he found his mark right there, I have to say.
Well, isn't it interesting how he can switch gears there? Just in that moment, he can close the gap, he can give angles, and he can get the shots off.
Yes. Great eyes, great vision.
He does. And he's very twitchy, too. He is a quick twitch athlete. There's a right hand to the body that was effective.
But Patera's not bad also. You know, he's well put together. He had his hands up. Looked like a real pro, has a ton of experience. You know, he's in there trying. He's just getting outgunned in spots. It's more the technical thing. He's getting beat technically right now.
Patera hasn't lost in his last 10 fights. Was in against Edis Tatley in 2017. Lost by split decision then. Of course, we saw Tatley at Madison Square Garden just a couple years later. His first fight in the United States. Lives in Belgium. His family's originally from Italy. He's born and raised in Belgium.
That's it right there, Tess. I mean, the jab. Not seeing a whole lot of jabs coming from Keyshawn. And when he uses jab, it lands.
The future. The way you see it is said to depend on where you sit. At X-Chair, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light years ahead. X-Chair has done it again with our groundbreaking LMX technology, providing hours of infinite comfort no matter where in the world you're sitting. By synthesizing the universe's elements, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience, our mission is to help you discover that every workday can happen with body and mind in an out-of-this-world place of comfort and productivity. X-Chair is charting a new course, helping workers everywhere find comfort as their work worlds zoom back and forth. Even though your work reality may continue to shift, we've got our eye on the future of work so you can focus on the present. At X-Chair, we're gazing ahead. And from where we sit, the future still feels good. Visit xchair.com to find out how you can own an X-Chair for only $20 a month. xchair.com.
Keyshawn, okay.
Defeated Keyshawn Davis against Francesco Patera as we begin round number 4. Mark Kriegel, how do you score it early?
I got 3 rounds to none for Keyshawn. Look, Keyshawn's a notoriously impatient fighter when it comes to his career. He's been very patient tonight. He's got Patera chasing, and Patera's not a chaser. And when Patera misses, he misses by a lot, which tells me that Keyshawn has a really fair handle on how to maintain distance.
Notoriously impatient, Mark describes him. Like this past April, when we saw him win by TKO against a former title challenger in Anthony Yiga, and he immediately called for a title shot. Immediately called for a title shot.
Well,
listen, he passes the eye test, but there isn't a need for that right away. Although when you see the talent and when you see what he's capable of, you understand why people talk about him the way they do.
I just want to know why he's fighting back foot most of this fight or this round so far. Keyshawn, you know, you're fighting against a boxer. You know, somebody's going to have to choose who's going to fight, who's going to sit on the back foot and counter and occasionally move forward, or who's going to fight. Right now, we're starting to see some offense from Keyshawn. But again, no jabs, a lot of waiting, a lot of posing.
And there's a live look of what is going on in the locker room of the recent undisputed lightweight champion, George Kambosos, surrounded by his family. Takes great pride in his family, a Greek Aussie. He's got that Spartan war cry tattooed across his back. Never retreat, never surrender. And he is in a position in his career now where there will be no retreat. Of course, after pulling off one of the great upsets in recent years when he beat Teofimo Lopez, and then the back-to-back fights against Devin Haney, giving way of the 4 belts, and now in a position with news we're getting that there's the expectation that Haney moves to 140 pounds. The dominoes fall at the lightweight division, belts open back up. This a title eliminator, so he could be in contention to fight for a title again soon if he can get past Maxie Hughes in our main event. Keyshawn coming forward, just missed with the right hand.
Yeah, this quintessential Keyshawn Davis. This is the way he approaches every single fight. He takes his time. He's patient. Once he starts feeling his man starting to kind of come down with energy a little bit, then he presses on the gas pedal. But I think Patera, he's here to win.
Oh, absolutely.
Speaking with him in the fighter meeting, he told us that he trained for this fight. He knew sooner or later he was going to get in the ring with Keyshawn. He says, I have the experience, but there you go. Here comes Keyshawn.
4-punch combination, picking up the pace just a little bit. Patera tries to rally back, closing moments in round number 4. Take a quick break, be right back with the lunging left hand.
Give us baseball's next-level superstars and the sounds of the game.
That was fun. Y'all might need to come around more.
Mets, Red Sox, Fenway will be rocking on Sunday Night Baseball.
Subway's now slicing their meats fresh. That's why Subway's preferred by this champ.
And his future champ.
And if we prefer it, we know you'll prefer it too. He's cocky for a 19-year-old.
Metro has unlimited 5G for just $25.
And a free Samsung Galaxy 5G. It's perfect.
You're perfect. I love you. Oh.
Get a free 5G phone now at Metro.
Corner booths, sticky floors, catching breaks, and second wins. You never forget the way some things taste. Great taste, 96 calories. Tastes like Miller time.
Stay there to the bell.
Were you able to see that great work on that split box during the commercial break of what Keyshawn Davis was able to do in the final minute against Patera? He outlanded him 18-5 in that round, according to CompuBox. The CompuBox numbers, the superlatives when it comes to Keyshawn Davis, have been something. Early on in his career, this is fight number 9, he's never been outlanded in terms of total connects in now all 46 rounds as a pro.
Punch. I got it. Step back.
No, honestly, I mean, you can see the professionalism in Keyshawn.
Stop. No. Be careful. Don't punch.
And the dedication from this young man, you know, in the training. I can see his defense is getting a lot better. Defensive skills are getting a lot better.
That's a point of emphasis tonight.
Yes,
Every time you go to the corner, you're going to listen in to Brian McIntyre, Bomac, his trainer, also the trainer of welterweight champion Bud Crawford. He says, just keep the defense tight, especially when you're going back. Keep those hands up.
Thing is like,
just punch.
When you're watching the Keyshawn fight, you're sitting here and you're saying, okay, what's special about the kid? What's special about the kid? You know, you see the arsenal, but you don't see nothing really glaring at you. And then all of a sudden, when he chooses to turn it on, something magical just happens. I'm just waiting for that moment to happen right now, Tess, in any of these rounds.
Look at the confidence as he's using the upper body movement, using his legs defensively, able to get out of the way of anything Patera put forth.
Yeah, reflexes as well, great vision. But see, when Patera misses with all those shots, that takes something out of him.
Yes, it does.
He's throwing punches, shadow boxing at the air. He's not hitting anything. That energy is not going anywhere. And now Keyshawn push and pull. Now Keyshawn is pushing forward now.
Doubles up the left uppercut. He's had success when he's had him up against the ropes, and Patera decides to cover up. Now back to the center of the ring. Can hear Bomac saying, take the speed up on him.
Good shots right there from Patera. Caught Keyshawn out of position, playing around a little bit.
Yep.
He just let those hands go and caught him with that right hand.
He was over-leaning to that right side,
the right
with that
side,
shoulder
yep.
roll, and he decided, okay, I'll close the gap on that if it's not going to be a threat.
Yes.
No knockdown. You good? Keep here.
Mark Nelson, our referee, just cleaning things up after that slip against the ropes.
Break, don't punch. Step back.
Coming to the halfway point of our co-feature here in Oklahoma.
People who come to cricket stay with cricket.
I started my own app company, and with Cricket, I'm able to answer calls from my engineers and investors and know my signal's going to be great.
5G boss mode activate. Smile, you're on cricket.
Stop waiting in line at drive-thrus just to place an order. Use the Domino's app on Apple CarPlay instead.
Okay, what should we get?
Ooh, pineapple. Mushroom.
Carry out any large one-topping pizzas for $7.99 each when you use the Domino's app on Apple CarPlay.
Enjoy.
These used cars look the same, but how can you tell which one's the better deal?
Bring in Dad from Sarasota. Hey, Dad.
This one's broken.
Dads are great, but let's say, show me the Carfax value. You'll get the most accurate price based on the vehicle's accident history. Look for me and stop overpaying. Shop at the all-new Carfax.com.
Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley back with you ringside here at the Fire Lake Arena in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. Very good stretch of boxing coming your way as we're in the midst of seeing Keyshawn Davis at the halfway mark against Francesco Patera with a 62-31 connect advantage. Doubling him up, we told you he has a superb CompuBox mark. He came into this with a 4.9-to-1 ratio of outlanding his opponents so far early in his career. As we're at the halfway mark, and I think anytime you get these rising star prospects, fringe contenders, and you think about the levels today and who they're in against, how much of a test is Patera in your mind to this point?
He has a ton of experience, and that's what you're saying right now. And I think Keyshawn is surprised of how well and how savvy Patera is. He has him running on his back foot, getting out in spots, making them uncomfortable, catching them with spots when he least expected.
See what's coming your way Tuesday. Mention what a big stretch it is for boxing and Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. It doesn't get better than that. Tuesday morning, July 25th, Stephen Fulton against Naoya Inoue. Fulton, of course, the unified champion at 122 pounds. Inoue, arguably the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, the undisputed champion at 118. Moving up, and they decide to fight each other right away. That fight will come your way Tuesday morning. It's in Tokyo, so it'll be 4:30 a.m. Eastern time. We'll begin the fight coverage. We think approximately 8 a.m. Eastern time will be the title fight between Cool Boy Steph and the monster Naoya Inoue. Cannot wait for that fight.
He's special. Both those guys are special. Fulton and Inoue. We're going to find out who's the best between those two real soon.
We know fight fans will be getting up early. Breakfast with the monster and Cool Boy Steph. And by the way, if you can't see it at that hour, we get it. It's a Tuesday morning. The fight's in Tokyo primetime. If you can't see it at that hour, the fight will be available to you on ESPN Plus. So you want to watch it a little later on, get home. Fulton Inoue, just go to ESPN Plus for a full replay of that fight on Tuesday, July 25th.
Woo! Left hook wobbled those legs on Keyshawn.
There have been some moments from Patera.
Yes, yes. Sneaky left hook.
And now the combination starts upstairs and finishes to the body. But Patera's been game. He's willing to step right into that kitchen just through the right hand moments ago.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you're playing around. When you're playing around and you're goofing off and you're not being serious and you're not fighting, you leave room for mistakes.
Obey the bell here.
Patera doing a good job of taking advantage of that.
Coming back really inspired me to want to be my very best for this team. It's really showing up every single day, knowing I can lead a generation coming in after me.
Corner booths, sticky floors, catching breaks, and second winds. You never forget the way some things taste. Great taste, 96 calories. Tastes like Miller time.
The only way Papa John's makes a big, extra-large New York-style pizza like this is by hand stretching that Papa John's fresh, never-frozen dough. Get the extra-large New York-style pizza from Papa John's.
Punch of the Night is brought to you by AutoZone. Timmy, we had a heavyweight fight that got attention, and what a win by Joe Goodall, the upset of Stephen Shaw.
7th round, 6th round TKO. Beautiful left hook right there from Goodall. Great finish.
Give me a clean round, guys. Keep it clean.
That is the Punch of the Night. And right now we are in round number 7. Keyshawn Davis, at moments he has been tested tonight from the veteran, the 30-year-old, 28-win veteran Francesco Patera.
Let your hands go.
Davis, the U.S. Olympic silver medalist,
box.
came in 8-0 in a red-hot division. I mean, this lightweight division, Tim, at every level of it, whether it's the undisputed title fights we've seen recently, the contenders, Shakur Stevenson is sitting here ringside tonight, all the way through the prospects. At every level of 135 pounds, the lightweight division is delivering.
It's on fire. The best division in boxing.
By far. Bernardo, what is Bomac saying in the corner of Keyshawn Davis?
He wants Keyshawn to get busier because he said, look, Patera over the last couple rounds has landed some BS shots that look really good for the judges, so we've got to correct that and get active.
See, and that's exactly what he needs to do. You know, he was allowing Patera to let his hands go. Yes, he was missing, but sooner or later something got in there. What Keyshawn needs to do is he needs to counter some of those shots, and if he counters often, then he'll shut down Patera.
Right hand to the body, then came upstairs.
See,
Here Bomac saying 2 and 3 off the jab. See if he comes with that right cross, left hook finish. After getting some work, there's a short counter right hand from Keyshawn Davis. And now doubling up that jab as he sends Patera back.
Patera just looking for the low points in the offense of Keyshawn. That's it.
Just fill those gaps.
That's it. That's all he's looking for. Keyshawn needs to get a little bit more on his offense. He's starting to pour it on now and putting the pressure on Patera. And see, and that's what you want to do. You want to drain your man physically and also psychologically as well by putting the pressure on him, making him make mistakes, forcing those mistakes out of him. Good shot right there.
There's
right
a 1-2. The right hand over the top was able to land for Davis.
A ton of missed opportunities for Keyshawn to counter. Patera's giving him those opportunities, but Keyshawn is not pulling the trigger on him.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing me. Behind the good jab. Behind the good jab.
Good stab jab down to the body right there. Got Patera's attention. That's one way to slow down your opposition. That hurt him. You see him backpedaling and getting out. That hurt him.
No doubt about it.
Pineapple on my thin crust. And Pepsi pineapple? I'm in pineapple heaven. Wait, am I dead?
You're alive! Try Pepsi pineapple and a pineapple pear combo only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Corner booths, sticky floors, catching breaks, and second wins. You never forget the way some things taste. Great taste, 96 calories. Tastes like Miller time.
Maria's ready to buy her first home. But a down payment and closing costs, those are big checks. Good thing I have big news. Come on. When you buy with Rocket Homes and finance with Rocket Mortgage, you get up to $10,000 cash toward closing from Rocket Mortgage. Yeah, and one you can get only with Rocket. Isn't that a good deal? It's a good deal, right? Visit onlywithrocket.com to get started today.
Back here in Shawnee, Oklahoma. Keyshawn Davis with a 91-41 connect advantage. That stab jab to the body that you pointed out at the end of the last round.
Yeah, and it hurt Patera. You know, I saw the reaction. You know, body language tells you everything. You see that right arm right there tucked down to his side. That tells you right there that he hurt him with that shot.
And then the 5 steps backwards to follow up. Just create some distance there. We'll try to walk that off. Mark Kriegel, what's your card say?
Mike, shutout 7-0. But at the end of the 5th round, Bomac told Keyshawn, hey, you've got to dominate the entire round. And I saw 5 and 6 get closer and closer. I think that one of the things that Keyshawn's coming up against is not just a lack of complete aggression, but something with imagination. He needs just a little bit more here. He has to dominate the entire round if he wants to send the right statement.
Mark, you mentioned rounds 5 and 6. He was raising up the pace of his action up to the 4th round. He threw 51 punches, but then came down a little bit in round 5 and 6, throwing 37 and 39 punches in those 2 rounds. Round number 8 here now scheduled for 10. Then we will have our main event. Maxie Hughes taking on George Kambosos, a lightweight title eliminator. Of course, come Tuesday morning, it is the unified junior featherweight champion, Stephen Fulton, taking on the ultimate challenge when he goes up against the monster. For many, pound for pound, the #1 fighter in the world, Naoya Inoue. That is on ESPN Plus early Tuesday morning. 2 right hands from Davis.
Well, he's starting to find his mark now. Got his timing down. And he's gets Patera exactly where he needs him.
Oh, and he scores the knockdown. Just like you said, when he decides to go for it, he finds it.
You good? Walk to me. You want to continue?
50 seconds left in round number 8. Keyshawn, let's see how he closes against a veteran like this. Staying calm right now, not rushing into things after scoring the knockdown. Probes to the body, goes with the left hook underneath. Half a minute to go in round number 8. Patera floored moments ago. Now the headshots upstairs. Left hook to the body at the end of that combination. Patera firing back. Double jab right hand of his own. Posting is Keyshawn with the left, looking to fire the right to the body. Patera gamely fighting right to the bell after being floored. Blood coming from his nose.
Came back hitting, man.
After the first combination,
I've knocked 3 over so far in my life.
This is exactly what I was talking about. You see the defense right there from the young man, Keyshawn Davis, just rolling his shoulders, letting that right hand go, shoulder roll, beautiful right hand, catching Patera on his way in, standing with his right hand. Look at that. Textbook.
That is textbook.
Textbook Floyd Mayweather shoulder roll.
When we
right
say
there.
shoulder roll right hand, and Shakur knows, they are great friends.
Shoulder roll.
As they are in the gym all the time together with Brian Bomac McIntyre and that Terrence Bud Crawford team.
Get the water.
And that was as good as it gets. The shoulder roll right hand to score the knockdown in round number 8. In round number 8, a fight high 27 punches landed, 68 thrown. 18 of those connects were power punches. So Keyshawn Davis in complete control here.
See, what I like in the demeanor of Patera is that although he did get dropped in that last round, he's coming out and he's being the aggressor.
No, that's okay.
That's experience. He's not allowing Keyshawn to set up shop on him and gain any more confidence after that last round. So he's stepping to him and giving him something to worry about.
Well, he said, I will not be intimidated by this challenge. I came here to the States to show myself. He just caught another right hand. You can see some markings around under the eyes, blood coming from the nose, another combination that finishes to the body, but still he's trying to fire back.
Patera's still dangerous. Still got some heavy shots. Technique hasn't went by the wayside yet. Still throwing some left hooks and looping right hands, and he's trying to time Keyshawn. He wants him to get over Ainges, or he's trying to catch him in between his punches. That's why you're seeing Keyshawn taking his time, picking his spots. He's not rushing his attack, even though he had his man hurt the last round, because he knows he's dangerous.
Patera goes to the body with a left hand.
We'd love to see more body work from Keyshawn. Not enough body work, I don't believe, tonight.
Able to lift his head moments ago. You see a little blood in the mouth of Patera.
See that shot right there, the left hook that got in for Patera? That's what I'm talking about. Still throwing heat, still throwing fire at Keyshawn, and Keyshawn has to worry about that. Good right hand.
Well timed.
Yes.
Beating him to the punch.
Nice step back.
And now closes the gap behind the jab. Cuts off the ring well as well. Double left uppercut, left hook. A flurry of headshots comes in. Short right hand on the inside.
Oh, better keep his defense
Patera
tight. Nice.
with a right hand of his own. And then tries to wrap around with body shots. Comes in with a left hand as well. And give the veteran credit. As now he steps to Keyshawn Davis. As Patera steps to him in the end of round number 9. Very game is the veteran from Belgium.
This is great experience for Keyshawn.
These are the kind of steps, the kind of rungs on the ladder that you want to take. Opponents that can serve you well.
The future. The way you see it is said to depend on where you sit. At X-Chair, we think it also gets down to how you sit, which is why our technology is light years ahead. X-Chair has done it again with our groundbreaking LMX technology, providing hours of infinite comfort no matter where in the world you're sitting. By synthesizing the universe's elements, bringing hot, cold, and touch into one extraordinary seating experience, our mission is to help you discover that every workday can happen with body and mind in an out-of-this-world place of comfort and productivity. X-Chair is charting a new course, helping workers everywhere find comfort as their work worlds zoom back and forth. Even though your work reality may continue to shift, we've got our eye on the future of work so you can focus on the present. At X-Chair, we're gazing ahead. And from where we sit, the future still feels good. Visit xchair.com to find out how you can own an X-Chair for only $20 a month. xchair.com.
Touch him up.
Keyshawn Davis scored the knockdown in round number 8. He has been in total control of the veteran Francesco Patera, who has been game, who has been tough, who has fired back. But he has dominated with a 143-53 connect advantage. We listened in to what Brian Bomac McIntyre had to say to Keyshawn in terms of how to close things here. He said, box and let's get out smooth. If something presents itself, fine, but box and get out of here smooth.
I don't think Keyshawn wants to do that. I think Keyshawn is looking for the knockout. He's going about it responsibly, but coming out with that firepower that he just landed tells me that he's looking for the knockout.
First time he has seen the 10th round in his young pro career. Body shot, you could hear the thud there. As that right hand got around the left elbow of Patera.
Seeing Patera, you know, he fires back and he's defensively responsible too. A lot of those shots are grazing blows, and yes, some are getting in, but that's what Keyshawn is feeling as well. He's feeling that pressure, he's feeling that heat coming back, which is good for him. It's good for his young career. I know he's in a rush. I know he wants to get to the World Championship, but take your time, son. Continue to hone your skills. It's important. So you don't want to just get to the World Championship. You want to hold on to that championship as long as you can.
Oh, good timing on the inside. 2 counters. Goodness. One was the left uppercut. The other one was a right hand that was generated from only about 5 inches away.
In between the punches.
Punching between punches, inside fighting.
Nice little shoulder roll right there from Patera, trying to take a page out of Keyshawn's book. Fighters, we tend to do monkey see, monkey do. We see a guy do one thing, we'll say, you know what, you reminded me. Yeah, I could do that too. Patera doing everything he can to keep Keyshawn up off of him. Oh, big shot right there. Left hook.
Right uppercut, right over the top comes in from Keyshawn Davis.
And then you see Patera come right back with his offense.
I know that he mentioned recently that he doesn't want any more development fights. But getting developed at this stage is for a reason. And Patera offered that up to him tonight, and it served him well, Timmy.
Yes, absolutely. He can go back to the drawing board and look at this fight, and I'm sure he'll see and recognize that there was a ton of opportunities for him to land more offense and possibly get the stoppage. But Keyshawn Davis clearly won this fight tonight with flying colors. You know, you got to give it up for Patera. He came here game to win the fight. He didn't come here to lay down. He didn't come here to survive. He was fighting back Keyshawn every chance he got.
We will hear from Keyshawn Davis in just a moment, and we will get you set for our main event. A significant fight at 135 pounds to see if George Kambosos can get back into the mix. He will be up against that 33-year-old from Rossington, England, Maxie Hughes. DraftKings Sportsbook is the official sports betting partner of Top Rank, and new customers can make a $5 bet on tonight's main event between Kambosos, the former undisputed champ, and Maxie Hughes, and win $150 in bonus bets instantly. Just sign up now with the promo code ROPES. George Kambosos, who pulled the upset against Teofimo Lopez and then lost the belts to Devin Haney, back in action tonight. Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is brought to you by Geico. See how easy it is to bundle all your insurance needs. There is the watch party back in Virginia. Portsmouth, the hometown of Keyshawn Davis. And they'll have surely plenty to celebrate when they hear the official judges' scorecards from Mark Chenault.
Gentlemen, after 10 rounds here inside the Fire Lake Arena, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Mike Bauer and David Sutherland both score the bout 100-89. Joseph Mason has it 99-90 for your winner by unanimous decision. And still U.S., WBC, and WBO Intercontinental Lightweight Champion, Keyshawn Davis!
Keyshawn Davis, 162 total connects tonight to Patera's 61. Knockdown scored in round 8, and unanimous decision win. Bernardo.